What's up, agents, and welcome back to a vendor reset video for the 28th of January 2025. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. Right, okay, so we're at the base of operations. There's a mechanical animal which is actually pretty decent in way of rolls. Damage target out to cover exactly where you want it. It is going to need a decent amount of optimization though, but maybe if you need it, it's here to be picked up. Everything else is kind of trash, so we're just going to move on. Not a lot going on at the clan vendor. There is a light glue if you need one to change the rate of fire to damage to target out of cover. Cavalier set of gloves. A true Patriot backpack, but it's got a hammer regen on, so not great. An Aegis backpack as well with Hasbro, so maybe you're doing some kind of tank Hasbro, that would be okay. Everything else though is kind of trash. There is an Heraldi mask if you're doing crit damage as part of your marksman rifle build, but apart from that, yeah, all rubbish, so let's move on. The countdown vendor has got a dare if you need it. That just changed the headshot damage from maybe crit chance or rate of fire, and that's pretty decent. Levio's are, but it's terrible, so not worth picking up. And we've got a good times as well. Crit damage, although it's the max roll, needs to be replaced, so it will take a little bit of work, but it's here if you need it. Checking out the theatre, there's a baker's dozen. Maybe if you're a bit newer to the game, this would be a good pickup. It is going to need a bit of optimization though, and the health damage changing to damage to target out of cover. There is also an M1A CQB with damage target out of cover already in place, but again, it needs a decent amount of optimization. Not great this week so far, but you can make the talent whatever you want. We've got some Alp Summit gloves with repair skills already on. They've got skill damage as the alternative, but you could quite easily just change that to skill haste. Everything else though is trash, so let's move on. Alright, down at the castle, there is the Vizinaro if you want to pick it up. Pretty well rolled. It's got weapon handling on if you're doing some kind of crazy weapon handling optimal range build, but obviously you could change that to whatever you like. It's also pretty well rolled, might be worth picking up. There's an Negev as well with measured on. Now, I like measured on the Negev, so you could change the swap speed to maybe rate of fire or critical hit chance, and you got yourself a decent gun here, but ideally you don't want it to have swap speed, and you can put the talent to whatever you want. We've got a Wyvern mask with skill haste on, again pretty good. There's a Hana EU holster, but it's got status effects on, but maybe you could put status effects and skill damage. Maybe you're doing some kind of skill all-round build. Everything else is trash, so let's move on. Campus is not great. There's a designated hitter that is, yeah, I mean, this thing's a decent gun now, but you just take the non-named version, so let's not bother with it. Relic is terrible because regular determined is better anyway. There is a Fenris mask with headshot damage on. Perhaps you're in bighorn headshot damage, maybe. That's a bit of a stretch, but apart from that, everything else is garbage, so let's move on. Alright, so DZ West has the perfect jazz hand shotgun if you really want it. There's also an M870, but it's got rate of fire on, so yeah, no good. We've got a Cavalier set of gloves with armor regen, could be decent for a tank build. A breaking point set of knees, but nobody uses breaking point. We've got some Empress International gloves with skill haste on, so could be skill haste, skill damage pretty easily. There's also some Heraldi knees with crit damage on, but I mean, I wouldn't use these in this slot. Let's move on. Alright, so DZ East is trying a bit this week. There's a Hollow Man that you'll have to keep as the blue core attribute, but if you need one, this is a great little pickup because of the health damage on it. There is also an MG5, the crit chance already rolled on. Nice LMG here. It will take you a little bit of optimization on the damage target out of cover, but you can put whatever talent you want on it, and steady-handed is absolutely solid as well, so Mats is a pretty good, that's probably the best pickup of the week so far. Which is saying something. We've got a Heartbreaker mask with headshot damage already on, allowing you to roll the core attribute to weapon damage, maybe again some kind of bighorn build. We've got some Umbra Initiative holster with headshot damage on as well. Alps mask with repair skills on, could be repair skills skill haste, so that's actually pretty good as well. DNH holster with weapon handling on, allowing you to roll headshot damage on here, maybe for a pistol build, but you'd probably take a punch drunk for that piece. Everything else is trash. Let's move on. We're not feeling DZ South this week. There is a point man with health already rolled if you're doing some kind of health build, because obviously the two-piece bonus has 60% health damage. There's an Aegis backpack. There is a hardwired chest piece. Everything else is trash. We're just moving on. Checking out Haven, which is usually the worst vendor in the game, and it does not disappoint. It is still absolutely terrible. There is an Empress mask with skill damage on that you might want, but for some reason this vendor is always terrible, so we're just going to move straight on. Looking for Roy to save us, especially this week. I mean, but he's not going to. There is a model 700 with damage target out of cover, meaning you can put the talent to whatever you want, but there's better options available. There's some Provi knees with crit damage on, but again, not great knees. You wouldn't probably put them in that slot. We've got some Araldi holster with weapon handling on. Could be weapon handling headshot damage. Maybe that's okay at a stretch. But that's going to be it for the video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And check out the Manhunt video, which will come next. Bye-bye.